exception, the virus wouldn't be here in the United States. I'm 100% convinced they'll never cooperate until they're made to do so, and we can't let the Democratic Party give China a pass.
Well, that was South Carolina's Republican Senator Lindsey Graham echoing what Senator Cotton and the former National Security Council Chief of Staff Fred Fleet said earlier on our show that Democrats need to get on board with holding China accountable for the devastating impact that COVID-19 has had on our country. But the big question, how do we do that? Here to help answer that, we bring in our company today, Democratic strategist Jessica DeLoach and former Assistant Administrator of the Small Business Administration, Holly Turner. Sorry, Holly. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi. All right. Well, Jessica, I want to start with you. Why does it feel like Democrats are just going after the president and not focusing on what China has done to our country and, frankly, to the world?
Well, Democrats most certainly have been focused on what is going on as a result of the coronavirus. The one thing the Democratic Party is not going to do, though, is indulge goofy accusations made by United States senators who don't have any information to back up the claims that they're making. That's not how the Democratic Party operates. We are very concerned with what is going on with our relationship with China, and what we don't want to do is to make an already tense relationship with the most important nation worse than it already is. And on top of that, we are very much focused on Donald Trump's response to the coronavirus because he's bungled his response from the very beginning of that virus hitting our country.
All right, so, Jess, though, hold on. The one thing I think we do know is that China sent a delegation to the White House in December of last year when they knew they had an outbreak of the virus. They sent a delegation to the World Economic Forum in Davos. They knew they had an outbreak. We know that they've lied. We know they've covered up. And I understand that we have military and trade tensions with them. But that is no excuse for letting them off the hook. And I think that to Lindsay's question, I just think that, like, and maybe we're just seeing this on its face, but it seems like every time Democrats have an opportunity to respond, it's here's what President Trump's doing wrong and not here's what we need to do to hold China accountable. And, there could literally, you could say both, but it seems like they're doing only one.
Oh, well, that's interesting just because Donald Trump has to set the standard for how we want to approach the Chinese people and their government. Think about it. The Republicans have a majority in the Senate. The Democrats can only do so much in the House. The one thing we can do, though, is focus on our people and focus on Donald Trump's response to the coronavirus, which has been, at best, terrible. So it's real. The ball is in his court. If he wants to do something to punish the Chinese government for, for what we do all respect or recognize as mismanagement and even lying about the coronavirus's impact on its own country, sure, go ahead and do it, but don't put it on Democrats. We're going to do what we can to defend our people and everybody here in this country.
Holly, the one thing that, in terms of punishing people, and I don't know if we all agree on this because we'll get to Jessica in a second, but Senator Cotton brought this up. We are now at the point we got 350,000 Chinese students coming into this country. Our own FBI, in a bipartisan over both administrations, our own Department of Homeland Security, continues to warn us that these students, not all of them, but enough of them, are coming here and stealing our intellectual property, are spying. Why can't we at least say no more to that?
Yeah, and it's not about the Chinese people or the Chinese students. It is about the government, right? So the government is sending these students over here for the express purpose of stealing this information. So I want to be real careful not to say like, oh, well, it's these students that have ulterior motives. No, they have been sent here. They are agents of the government's being sent here to do this. So, and Jessica, I mean, if not now, when? When are we going to free ourselves from China's grasp over not just the secrets that they're stealing, they're lying over the coronavirus, but I mean, think about all of the things that we rely on them for, our medications, important parts of our everyday living. We rely on them. We have got to step up, and if not now, when? When are we going to do this? Now we have the guts to do it, and the president is right. There's not ever going to be a good time to call them out on this.
Well, the one thing I'll say, though, is that I don't know that either party has done a great job of holding them accountable. We all like to saber rattle, but I don't see any actions, either restricting students, saying that we're going to manufacture more stuff back here, or frankly, the big one is curbing our debt that they keep buying up. I mean, we can't be that outraged because guess what? They own us on a lot of this. They own our debt. They own all the supplies that we need. I mean, we have a problem, and unless we come together in a bipartisan way and say no more, then it's going to continue. I think that is something that we could agree on bipartisan-wise, Jess, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, you want to free yourself from China, well, go ahead and start taking steps to bring back industries that we have outsourced, that we've allowed them to build their economy off of. We can bring those things back here. I'm not worried about students being agents of the Chinese government, because guess what? Our government is better than theirs. We are way more highly equipped to deal with them. That is not something I even want to indulge in. If anything, what we need to do is have a consensus on what the vulnerabilities are of this country, and then to start investing in ways to address those vulnerabilities. But this back and forth about people being agents of the government and we're not free and they're communists, this and that, and whatever. Well, you know what? No one has the market on identifying communism. It's right in your face. This isn't a secret. If anything, we just need to tighten our borders, which we have been doing. Yeah, I'm a Democrat and I've said that. But we also need to start looking at how we can empower our people here. If you want to free yourself from China, bring jobs back here and empower people to take care of themselves, and maybe don't buy iPhones. I don't know.
Well, just on that point, you say, we need to be careful about our vulnerabilities, but when we're bringing over 300,000 Chinese students into our country, and I think there is a good point. It may not be all of them, but as Senator Cotton mentioned, it's a lot of these students who are doctoral students who are studying our programs and then going back to use them against them. I think that there should be some point of concern about tightening our borders in that aspect. Holly, do you think that this is even realistic quickly? We just have 1 minute left.
Yeah, of course it is. And it's, the problem is that every time the Republicans throw out solutions to protect us from different threats like this, the Democrats call us racist. So we just need to get over that and know that they're going to call us racist no matter what we do, and just start putting real solutions on the table. And we've got to come together. And now's a good time when everybody's suffering from the effects of this coronavirus.
Yeah, I think I'm not really sure I buy into the we should accept it, because I'm not a big fan of the label, and I don't think that that's true. But I do think that this is something that, frankly, we should be able to come together as a country on. That it's about making sure that we're welcoming and we're the country that we've always been, without allowing people to come in and rip us off and steal from us. So this is a great conversation. I think we can definitely continue this going forward. So thank you both for being here.
Thanks, guys.
All right, well, coming up, we're going to break down why China's long reach into the U.S. economy should concern every single American, and you're not going to want to miss this. And later, we're going to take it down a notch. We're going to talk to the creator of the satirical comic strip, Dilbert, about support of what he calls decoupling China.